Hey guys, John here from Bring the SEO. I've got a short one for you today. I'm going to show you how you can charge more for your services. I get asked this question all the time. John, how can I increase my rates? How can I charge more for SEO? I'm sick and tired of working with clients who have got $600 a month to spend. It's driving me mad. What can I do? I'm going to take you through a quick presentation, 5 or 6 slides that will show you how you can increase your rates. And hopefully by the end of it, you'll think, well, that's pretty obvious, okay? I can assure you, you'll go through the slides and think, well, that's pretty obvious. It is. It's obvious and it's simple. If you do this, it will change everything and you'll be able to start charging a premium and working with more, sophisticated clients. So let's jump onto the computer real quick. I'm going to take you through these couple of slides. Okay, so I've titled this short presentation, It's Not the Price, It's the Prospect. This is going to be real quick. There's nothing groundbreaking here, but hopefully by the end of this presentation, it's going to give you something to think about. Okay, now I've titled this presentation, It's Not the Price, It's the Prospect, and I've done so for a very good reason. I get this, I've had this conversation a million times over. John, you're telling me to charge $2,500 a month. No one can afford that. I've tried. People telling me that I'm too expensive and the only way that I can get a prospect over the line is by lowering my rates because they're telling me that this other agency can do the same thing for like $1,000 less. I have to compete on price. If you're in this position and you've tried to increase your rates and you've received nothing but pushback and resistance and objection and you've had to roll back to being cheap and working with nightmare clients, this presentation is going to help you understand why you're in that position and what you can do to fix it. Okay, so again, it's not the price, it's the prospect. I'm going to walk you through a couple of slides here and give you some examples of your offering, your service offering, who you're offering it to, and a bit of a price range of what would be fairly typical in that space. So this will make sense as we go through. Let's just jump into it. So firstly, this is your offer. We do SEO, right? We see this all around the place. A lot of freelancers, well, I do SEO. Who do you do it for? I don't know. I do it for anyone that needs it. And in most cases, these types of SEO consultants and freelancers run around the internet with their hair on fire, trying to get leads at any cost. They have no idea of who they serve, what an ideal client looks like, what the problem is or the solution. It's just, okay, I do SEO. Do you need SEO? Great, let's go. And they'll sign anyone up, and usually it's an absolute shit show. And the prices when you're positioned in this way are fairly typical. $500 a month, $1,000 a month. Maybe you'll get a little bit more if you're lucky, but this is fairly typical for what I see. Now the next level up, okay, we do SEO for small businesses. This is something that always kind of makes me wonder. And I've asked this question a million times, right? Why are you targeting small businesses? Most small businesses are small for a reason. They've got small marketing budgets. They've got their service area is hyper local. Like it's small because they're a hyper local business. They don't have these big marketing budgets. They're selling, they're doing moderate numbers. Karen who runs Jeanette, who runs a local florist, and she's doing maybe $15,000 a month net profit. It doesn't make sense. If you're happy to charge these sorts of rates, then okay, well then it's going to work. But you're going to be limited to how much you can actually charge working with small businesses, right? And the problem is not just the fact that they're small businesses and the numbers are small, which is going to constrict or cause constraints with the amount that you can charge, but also because it's still far too broad, right? Small business, what the hell does that mean? Is it a plumber? Is it a fencer? Is it a physiotherapist? Is it a dentist? Who knows? And that's a problem. Okay, now, this is getting a little bit better. We do SEO for lawyers. All right, well, okay, legal SEO, this is certainly better. We know the numbers make sense, and like if I can help a immigration lawyer land a case, that case might be worth, I don't know, $15,000. I should be able to charge comfortably. I should be able to comfortably charge $2,500, maybe $5,500, somewhere in around that range. Maybe I could charge a little bit more. But in any case, my positioning is getting better. I know where I'm operating in and the types of clients I'm looking for. Okay, this can be improved even further again, which I'll touch on in just a second. But you can see there's a tremendous difference between saying, hey, I just do SEO, through to, hey, we do SEO for lawyers. Still quite broad though, because there's lawyers across the board in many different spaces. They specialize in many different areas. So how can we go to the next level? Okay, we do SEO for lawyers who specialize in medical negligence. Okay, this is brilliant. This is far better than just we do SEO for anyone who puts their hand up, right? And this is, not only will this allow you to run effective marketing campaigns, you'll be able to refine your message and your offer. You can operate as a specialist as opposed to a generalist, and you can start charging premium rates. As I've got here, like medical negligence, even $5,000 a month is probably far too cheap. I know of a number of people that work in the legal space, and I think on the low end they're probably charging around 8.5. I'm being conservative here with my numbers. But in any case, we do SEO for lawyers who specialize in medical negligence. You know exactly who you're targeting. And as I said, all of those benefits or advantages of working as a specialist and being able to niche down and charge a premium comes as a consequence of that. Okay, how do we take this even further? Okay, we can do this, and this would probably get towards the end without getting into, offering guarantees and so forth. But maybe this could be considered the top tier, or, something that you could aspire to if you wanted to start charging massive, really big monthly retainers. We do SEO for lawyers who specialize in medical negligence doing more than $10 million a year. Now, that says everything. That says a lot. Not only have you niched down and refined your target audience, you've also reduced it. And this is the thing, right? This is the thing. Like, it's counterintuitive. The smaller your target market, the larger or bigger the rates you can ultimately charge. Now, there's always going to be exceptions to that rule. I understand that, right? But typically speaking, the smaller the audience, the more specialized you become. And as a result of that, all of these other benefits come into play. So we do SEO for lawyers who specialize in medical negligence, doing more than $10 million a year. If you help them sign a client, they're doing $10 million a year. Each case might be worth, $100,000, $150,000. You can comfortably charge, let's say $20,000 a month. I know of some people that are charging a lot more than that, $35,000, $50,000 a month. This is high-end SEO, and it's high-end for a reason, because they're specialists and they know exactly who they're targeting. So I want to leave it at that. Again, this is nothing groundbreaking, guys. I'm not saying, if you do this, there's nothing sneaky. There's no fancy, sales strategy. This is common sense. But I wanted to touch on this today because I've had this conversation a million times over. John, I'm sick and tired of working with clients who've got like $500 a month to spend. Well, again, remember, it's not the price. It's the prospect. If you want to charge more, change the prospect, not just the price. And I say that, if you think about it, change the prospect, not just the price. This brings me full circle back to my point at the very beginning of this video where I've I gave the example. I've spoken with SEO consultants who have said to me, but John, I've tried charging like $3,000 a month. No one can afford it. Well, they can afford it. You're just not speaking to the right types of people, okay? You can't sell a Rolex to a homeless person, but you can sell 10 of them to the CEO of a large company, okay? So remember, it's not the price, it's the prospect. You want to start charging more for your services? Get clued in, switch on about who it is that you're actually trying to sell SEO to. All right, guys, hope you found this one useful. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Hey, if you've enjoyed this video and you'd like to learn more, head over to bringtheseo.com. We provide business development training for SEO consultants wanting to improve their processes, increase profits, and scale to $100,000 a month or more without all the stress and overwhelm.